Welcome to the Locker, episode 48. Got a special guest coming on today with me and my man Van House, and it's gonna be a special one. I'm gonna tell you right now. We're gonna go hour 30. We're going 90 minutes today.
Wow.
Yeah. So
are you gonna pay me for the overtime?
I'm gonna talk to management. We're gonna talk to human resources and see. I have not actually seen your contract, so I'm not absolutely sure what's what that all entails. But we definitely surely will try to get to you. We will definitely try to.
I appreciate that.
So, this is the Tuesday, man. So. To our guest appears, what do you think about, the goings-ons with the Mississippi State game, man? What's your whole synopsis? Go ahead, man. I'm gonna let you have it.
I don't know, man. This is hard. I was to say that on defensively, that was the best execution on defense since Stoops has been here. Period. It's not even close. Them boys executed and did what they've been coached to do finally. Like I was saying earlier today, coach is coach, right? And a coach don't come the week before and talking about, hey, guys, eye discipline. Hey, guys, read the quarterback. Hey, guys, when the quarterback front hand comes off the ball, we got to break. But for some reason, the guys did that this week. And we played, dude. We couldn't have played a better game defensively. To hold that team, to get 6 turnovers is ridiculous. And to shut them out defensively is another ridiculous. I would have never thought that. I looked at the more closer to that defense, and I looked at that defense in prior games, and I look at the defense from where their coach came from. That defense is difficult, dude. I didn't realize it was that difficult till I started seeing some other games. And what they did to us was genius. They went to a 5-man front, and that really screwed our blocking scheme up. I mean, there was a couple plays where the offensive line looked like they were lost. So as a whole, we got to get better at the receiver position. And I sent a tweet out to you, I think. It's interesting, dude. And it hit me yesterday, I think. We got a new wide receiver coach, and these receivers are not blocking. What is it? Because they were blocking like studs last year, and we lost Wagner. That's all we lost. Why are they not blocking now? I mean, it's weird, right?
Yeah.
I don't. That's the one that got me dumbfounded, because we tried to get the ball to our best receiver hands a few times, and he got blown up twice. Like, God. So I don't know, man.
Offensively, man, I don't know what we're going to expect out. I don't know what we got going, but defensively, like you said, man, I've never seen the air raid shut down. I know the antidote. Like, I played it. I know what made it difficult for me to get my grits. But when I watched it, I was like, man, this dude, like, he seemed panic. The one thing about Mike Leach, people don't know. Like, you look for a coach to come here and coddle you. Hey, say no. I told you to throw the so-so. Go back out there. It might go send you right back out there. So that's why people like, that's why it faltered the way it did, because we're not about to change nothing. You gonna do what I tell you to do. And that ain't what happened, man.
Well, I'm gonna say this, and when people, and I say this all the time, as a corner, I don't like sacks. I'll never forget, Chris Ward got 2 sacks. And both of them, well, one was get Vandy my junior year when we lost to him. Whatever, I think my sophomore year, lost to him at home because Coach Archer was still coach. I had a pick 6. I broke on that ball so early, I would have had to like bobble it like 8 times. Chris Ward got the damn sack when he was about to throw it. It was like, dude, that's a pick. And Coach Archer, I'll never forget. I was on our sideline, and Coach Archer was like, dude, I saw it. I'm like, dude, that was a 6. And we
It's
lost
your fault,
like 7
man.
to 3 or something. It's
And
like,
you got the worst luck out of any defensive back that I know. Like,
the worst what?
you either catch the ball falling down, like even if you get an interception, you falling down. You could be in position. I'm talking about, dude, you play cover 2, you run up on. I'm talking. This is what almost made me give up college football.
Okay.
You play a cover 2, you run up on the tight end in the flat, you get knocked out. I'm talking about you weren't doing that wrong. You were trying to give him that business. And Chris, what's his name? Chris Jones was a big dude, but he wasn't like you had more girth to him. He was just tall and lanky.
Yeah.
I called and told my mom after that. I said, I don't know if I'm trying to play no football. Man. Like, because that's when they had me at DB. I was like, if I can get knocked out running to somebody, I ain't never got knocked out running the thing. So,
well, see, what people don't know is I had a concussion in high school.
oh,
So I was already susceptible.
Oh, okay. Damn, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Sorry to hear that, man. I didn't know that.
Same thing, dude. The same. You know that was it Chris? Was his last name Thomas? I thought somewhere or whatever.
I said Jones. It was
Chris Jones. Yeah,
it was something basic. It was a basic name. Yeah.
So I did the same thing in high school. It was almost carbon copy. Tight end run a seam route, and I'm in 3D, splitting the difference between the two, and come up and try to decapitate them. Same thing happened in high school. Tight end coming up the seam, bending it to the post. I came up and yak up, and both of us not well. On this one, Chris didn't get knocked out, but in high school, we were both out.
Did you leave with your helmet?
No, I normally hit with the side of my helmet. I usually turn like this.
That's worse, though, ain't it?
Huh?
Is the side worse? Ain't the side worse?
So. Well,
Yeah,
I think it's worse. With those
you got less
helmets.
padding, and I don't think your brain got as much cushion on the side.
It's the ear hole too.
Oh, okay.
And I had one of those. We were talking about this a couple of shows. I had one of those bike helmets. I don't think my bladder was filled up. I basically hit the plastic of the helmet. Yeah, it was crazy, man. Crazy.
But nah, man. So our guest, he's been fashionably late. Like I said, I'm gonna have to bone pick with this dude, man. So we're gonna talk about it a little bit. Got Fred White coming on, plays safety on the 98 Tennessee National Championship team. I played an all-star game with him, and it's funny, man. Like, we had a fraternity, and it's kind of crazy. That's the way, like, when I talk about the SEC now, people don't really understand. Like, when we was an all-star game, it was me. It was me, Fred, and we both had the same last name. So he was to pick up babes. He was telling people he was my little brother.
Okay,
to pick up babes. Whatever. I don't know if that's a fact, but I'm gonna use that as a fact. And it was two defensive linemen from Mississippi State. So my two worst opponents, 2 people I hated the most, was the dudes I hung out with the whole weekend, man. So it was just kind of like, damn. I realized that's why, the further I get in life, I realized like. When T. Martin got a job here, I talked to T. Martin, like, hey, man, glad to have you on the staff. Man, I remember you, man, catching the ball in the backfield, man. Y'all was hell to deal with. And it's just mutual respect. So that's how me and Fred White became cool. And then, he just always been real solid dude. He check up with me from time to time. He had some business here in Lexington. And he called me. We hung out for 2 days. And so I was like, man, come on the show, man. It's your week to get this beat down. Let's talk. Oh, man. But the thing about it, man, we talked yesterday. He dropped some gems on your boy, some nuggets. I'm pretty sure he's willing to talk about them online. But dude, he told me some stuff. He told me some Tennessee stuff. When I say stuff with big eyes, stuff.
That kind of stuff?
And he said, we'll talk about tomorrow. So stuff. Lane Kiffin. What's the other dude's name that was right after Lane?
He was he was coach with the Cowboys for a minute too. He's a wide receiver coach.
I keep on thinking the dude that coached in Miami. Because the last name's the same.
Dickey and
Nah, I ain't talking about Dickey. I'm talking about
I know. I'm trying
who
to
coached at Miami all them years. Not all them years, but
You mean Johnson?
anyway.
Jimmy Johnson?
No. I'm talking about the one that coached at Miami, and he was our coach in the All-Star game. Younger guy, coach of the Cleveland Browns. Butch Davis. Butch.
Yeah.
The dude I'm talking about is Butch. I just got it mixed up with Butch Davis, but I just need to hear Butch.
Yep.
So yeah, so yeah, man, some Butch stories, man, and you know how
Derek
things.
Dooley. Thanks, Corey. I'm sorry.
I don't mess with Derek Dooley, man.
That's what I thought. Yes, that's exactly what
I
thought.
was thinking the only people we really talked about was Butch and Lane Kiffin, but you know.
Why am I the only person who likes Lane Kiffin? I'm like,
you're the only person to do a lot of things. No, you have a lot of things that you are solely in your own realm. You have there's a lot of that, man. I don't know if you know that or not.
No, I do, but the way you say it, that's true. You're right. You hit that one around. You hit that one out the park. I can't come back with that at all. Good God. Oh my God. No one likes me.
Man, I got people hitting me up on Facebook. Let me see what Kevin talking about. He's a Tennessee fan, so I know.
Hey, Frank?
No, Kevin, dude I work with.
Okay.
I'm not I work with. I did business. Kevin Rigsby. Okay. He wear overalls, man. He do the whole nine, man. He been giving me hell about Tennessee ever since I met that dude. But
is he is he that Tennessee bad?
Yes, he is. He says he's from a holler, whatever holler is. He says he's from a holler.
Okay. He's down.
Man, this is what I mean to ask Fred, man. I want to ask you, man. You from the Bayou?
Yeah.
And I don't know, for some reason I got stuck on this, and I watched this stuff for like 8 hours. I watched about 8 hours. Y'all Southern bands play "Talking Out the Side of Your Neck." You understand?
Yeah, I got you.
You know the tune I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Nobody has ever said anything to LSU from throwing profanity into it.
I know.
And the whole damn crowd getting involved in. And I thought it was just something recently. I went back, I found video from 11 and 12.
It's been a while. I don't know if you said 11 and 12. I will. It's been a while. It's not recent. But something happened though. I think they did something where they couldn't do something, and there was some repercussions at some period. I don't know if they laid off of it again.
They was doing it last year after the championship game.
No,
so I don't know how soon them repercussions was.
Well, I mean, what can you really do? Like they tried to do something. I'm talking about like way before this. They tried to do something, but then how can you police it? What you gonna do? You're in a stadium. You can do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying?
No. You got it. Honestly, I don't mind it. Me being from where I'm from, the urban area I'm from. Mm-hmm. The one thing about it is, if the athletic director or the head coach will have to do something, but we gonna put that on pause for a minute. We're gonna put that on pause for a minute. And I'm gonna welcome in my guest, the Fred White, Anthony White's little brother.
What's up, Kinfolk? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing all right, man. You know me. I don't know if you know my man V Styles. You know, one self-proclaimed the best.
Now, you're not about to add something to. You're gonna add some
the
salt
best
to
DB
it.
in the SEC. The best DB in the SEC.
Hey, man, you got a lot of us to deal with now.
Yeah, man. I I'm not. Hey, I'm lucky to be. I can't believe I made all conference on that 4-17 we were on.
Listen, it wasn't about all that. It was about the fact that you can go out there and ball, man. That's how you made the team.
Yeah, I guess, but man.
Hey, man, listen.
That 4-7 don't look good.
Hey, listen. It might not have looked good, but you still did what you had to do. That's all that matters, man.
That's true.
Take the win however you can get the win.
Right.
Hey, friend, let me say
1 point or 2 points. I don't care.
Let me say this, little brother.
You said little brother.
Hey, yeah, little brother. Since you denied me my 15 minutes, I told my people, there's been people on when you didn't show up in the first couple of minutes, we was at like 50 followers. It dropped down to like 10. So,
man, listen,
I'm telling you this much. You want to bring that thunder. You're going to have to bring that thunder.
No, I was going to bring the thunder, baby. That was my name anyway. It's me and Deion Grant with Thunder and Light, and I was the thunder. You know he wasn't going to tackle nobody. You know that.
Right. He'll pick that ball off, though.
Yeah, right.
He'll pick that thing.
Oh, yeah, he'll go get the ball now. That was his whole job. But look,
tell him
man,
that
I have all Apple products. So I was trying to get on my, get it on my laptop, but I couldn't get it on my Apple products. That's what was going on.
Gotcha.
Hence,
I don't have Google Chrome. It wouldn't work.
Let me ask you this, because I have Apple and Google phones, and I have Apple and Microsoft laptops. But I'm gonna ask you this: did somebody not hit you up like around 2 or 4 o'clock and say, test your equipment so that when we come home, we don't have these? Man, hey, man, and you wonder why I call him my little brother. And you wonder why I call him my little brother, man.
See, that's why you big brother. That's why you big brother, I'm little brother.
And you can tee yourself up. And tee his own ball up. Come on, man. That ain't fair. That ain't fair, man. He didn't tee it up, but you teed your own ball up. That ain't right, man.
He told me to do it, but I'm always out and about doing all kind of stuff. So I got me a good run in today, and after I got through running, I was like, man, it's almost 9 o'clock. I got to take a shower real quick. I want to be fresh for my call, man. Even though I'm funny right now.
I do the same thing. I couldn't figure it out. Like I take showers before I get on here.
Yeah.
Like I think it takes some weight off my face though. Like it takes the oil and stuff off my face. I think I look a little bit better when I come on here.
Hey, listen.
I got a quick question for Fred.
Let me say this to you real quick. If you're taking a shower because you're trying to look good,
oh Lord,
you'll miss the boat.
Wow. That's 1-1. It's even. It's even. Oh no. It's 2-1. That one's a little bit harder than yours, A-White.
He came strong. He came a little strong. Yeah, go ahead, V.
Man, let me say this real quick. A lot of people think because we play sports at different teams in SEC that we didn't like each other, we don't like each other, we're not cool with each other, that type of stuff. What they fail to realize is that once you leave the football field, you friends again. You might not be friends for those 60 minutes that you're playing, but we'll laugh and talk trash on the football field and hang out and do all kind of stuff. But what we always do is after the game, we show love to each other. We show love to each other, and then when we away from the game, we going out somewhere, or you run into a guy on a different team or in a city somewhere, we always hang out, and we always show love. Now, listen, a lot of people don't realize this, but me and A-White, that's my dog. I'm calling family because we don't know whether or not we really family or not, but that's my family. Family is more so than just blood. You understand what I'm saying?
Thanks.
So when I had to come to Kentucky for a job to do training there. Who was the first person I called?
Hello.
I called A-White. What's up, man? How you doing? Bro, I'm coming in town. I'll be there for about 2 or 3 weeks. Almost every day he came to pick me up from my hotel, bro. Almost every day. We ate together. He showed me the restaurants in the city, took me to different places. But like that camaraderie, that SEC flow that we have, it's real. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And when you go play at the next level, the first thing you do is you find all the SEC guys.
Facts. Facts.
And they all show you love.
Facts. That is facts.
Absolutely. So
You ain't lying.
it's one of those things, man, that we played the All-Star game together, A-White. That's how we really started to hang out. You know what I'm saying? And after that, it was like, okay, when I come to your city, I'm gonna show you. You're gonna show me love. When you come to my city, same thing. And wherever we at, if you coming anywhere close to where I'm at, and you know I'm in that city, we're gonna hang out. We're gonna grab lunch. We're gonna grab dinner. We're gonna go out. We grown. We're gonna say it. I'm gonna be real with you. We're gonna go out.
Right.
We're gonna have fun.
No, that's true, man. That's true.
And one of y'all teammates he was one of my best friends and still one of my best friends, even though I haven't talked to him in a long time. Actually, a couple of them. Quentin McCoy, rest his soul. I miss that dude, man. That was my homie. We played against each other in high school, and we were rivals, and we always kept in contact with each other. I always looked out for each other, you know. I miss that dude.
Yeah, man.
And the other one is Marlon McCree.
Creed.
Marlon McCree, that's my dog, man. Listen,
Creed.
Marlon McCree was in Jacksonville with me. And
Okay.
we talk back and forth. You know how we go. We gonna talk back and forth trash, you know, between each other. But if you're not an SEC team, you can't talk no trash to us.
Oh no.
Right.
Oh no.
You cannot talk trash to us. We gonna get on your butt.
Right.
But Cree, man, he one of the realest.
Yeah.
That's my dog.
Yeah,
Marlon McCree. I got one of Marlon's jerseys, man, from Jacksonville when we was down there together, man. And I hold that in high regard.
Yeah, he was a baller.
Not just because, you know, he played at Kentucky or played in the SEC, because the man he showed me he was when I met him. You know what I'm saying? And that was real. He's my dog. That's my dog for life.
It's funny, man, you say all that, man, because before you came on here, while you was being fashionably late, man, that's insane. Everything you just said, we played in the East-West Shrine Bowl together, right?
Yep, sure did.
Have you now look? Listen at the coaches we had. Have you ever played with a group of cold ass coach? You remember who the coaches was?
Man, listen, we had Buddy Ryan.
No, I played in the Florida USA game with you.
Yeah.
Nah, Buddy Ryan.
I didn't go to East-West Shrine. I didn't go to East-West Shrine.
Nah, the hell with Buddy Ryan.
I turned it down.
He the one who wanted us to.
I should have went to that game too, but I figured I was gonna play in just one game.
Buddy Ryan's the one who wanted us to hit every day.
Every day. Hey, White, we had.
Dude, we play on Saturday. He wanted us to go full pass on Friday, man.
Yeah.
He owes
Tell you, man, of course. We are not college athletes no more.
Listen, we ran practice full pass every day.
For an All-Star game. That's crazy.
Every
That's
day.
not fun. That's not
We
fun.
hit every day.
Hey, Fred, you remember?
It was like high school tour days.
Hey, you remember going in there? You remember going in there like we was getting dressed? How? Because me and you used to vibe a whole bunch. I ain't gonna tell them what me and you did over at BT Soundstage.
No, we ain't gonna tell that story. You can't tell that story. Hey, White, don't tell that story.
Oh, we're in the locker, man. Hold on. No, hold on.
Nah, man.
We got bylaws here. The locker got strict bylaws.
Hold on, let me say this real quick. Hey, White, you remember when I dropped all that food on the floor?
Y'all ain't right.
Hey,
listen, man, this is real. And for people who listen, we went out, we had a good time. We grown men.
A good time.
We had a great time. I ordered all this food. I don't even know why I ordered all that food, man. I ordered all this food, but the food came and got to the table. I started eating it. Man, I knocked the whole tray over, a whole platter of food. And the whole club heard it. It stopped. Like the music stopped, everything.
Right.
I was like, oh, man, it's time to go. We gotta go.
Wow.
Wow.
I think I might have that on video. I've been looking for them videos. I got a lot on videos. And Van, I'm gonna let you. I know you had a point a minute ago, but this is the one thing he was saying. The funny thing was, like, we all clicked up and we all just gave everybody else hell. Like,
oh yeah.
It was who was it? The running backs was from Oklahoma,
Colorado.
Yeah, it was some dudes like
Yep,
we ain't like,
Oklahoma
dude, you
State.
ain't no SEC run, and it was no. Wait a minute, yeah.
Wait a minute, what's the dude Anderson?
No, Mike Anderson. Mike Anderson was
Mike
my
Anderson played in the,
and I was blocking for him. They had me a fullback, had him a tailback.
Yep.
And you're a fullback.
What? Me and the 3-point stance fullback, not the fullback where y'all both sides. But man, they had me blocked for Mike Anderson, big ass man.
Hey, listen, it was a linebacker named Shannon Taylor.
I remember
They
that.
right about him on them goal line. He was
Hey, White ain't blocking
he went to
nobody.
Virginia.
Oh,
I
I
played
blocked.
him in San Diego. Yeah, he was a beast.
Hey, Fred, look. Coach Mummy knew A. White wasn't blocking anybody. He told him, don't block anybody. Just go out into a route. Just go out and find some space, and we'll just throw it to you. He ain't block nobody.
Hey,
They ain't want to risk me on that. You understand
Yeah.
that if I'm in blocking, that's one less receiver in the route.
Whatever, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
Y'all offense, I hated y'all offense, by the way.
No, hey, hold on.
We didn't get a break.
Hold on, Fred. We gonna get to that. Every time I say Fred, I always want to say Taylor after it. For some reason,
Please don't
every
say that
time I
name.
say Fred,
Please don't say that
do me like
name.
that. Don't do. I'm a little prettier than Fred Taylor. Now don't do me like that.
Don't. Shoot, I'm sweating right now just thinking about Fred Taylor, dude. Don't think of.
I still got nightmares about Fred Taylor. Man.
I'm too.
Oh,
everybody do.
beast.
Hey, but no, real quick because before we get into all these, before we get into the diatribe, I told him we're gonna extend it probably another hour, man. We got to give them an hour and a half for what you got coming, but
man, it's
so
all
no,
good.
so we don't need no details of what happened in college, but you won a championship in 1998 with that cold deal. We're gonna talk about that later, but I just want to get people up to breast on where you at right now.
Yeah.
Like not where you at right now. What happened after you left college?
Well, after I left college, I had a couple opportunities with San Diego, San Francisco, and Jacksonville, and I actually got a chance to play in the XFL as well, which was kind of fun, but it was crazy.
Where was you at?
What I thought it was going to be. I ended up getting injured in the XFL, and when I came back, I got a chance to sign with Jacksonville and go there and play. My NFL career is nothing to speak of because I got a chance to be on the practice squad a few years, and that was about it. And I didn't last as long as I wanted to. But to say whether it was success or not, I look at it from a standpoint. I got a chance to play a game that was my dream as a kid, and I got a chance to make it to an SEC school, win 2 SEC championships, a national championship, and meet a whole gang of guys in the process. And everything I learned from those experiences helps me be successful today. So where I am now, I live in Atlanta, back close to where I came from home. And I'm enjoying being here with my family and friends and enjoying getting a chance to catch up with guys like y'all, man, and just reminisce about some of the things we did before and also talk about current college games and situations and all those type of things and just life. And just, continue to be a good citizen and just do stuff to try to be a good person, period. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
So that's where I am today.
Oh no, we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna get into a lot of stuff. I just wanted, man, I wanted to get into some of the All-Star game stories, but man, I don't think any of them was appropriate, man. Because all those people we knew back when we were 20-something, they're grown men and women. And they have grandkids right now because I'm supposed to be like a grandfather sometime today. My nieces,
man.
Huh?
Those are stories people want to hear.
Nah. Okay, you want to get? Nah, I got stories. I got a laundry list, but we may get to that after things boil down. But you played on a cold ass defense. Cold ass defense.
Yeah.
Not negating you by no. I'm saying all y'all collectively. That 98, 99, y'all was good. 98?
That was different. Man. It was special.
Name some of the people you played with and who was the coldest on that defense?
Who was the coldest on the defense?
Yeah, who you think the coldest was on that defense?
If I don't name this name first, I wouldn't be.
I already know who it is.
It would be wrong. And that person was Al Wilson, as far as the defense goes. And the reason why we didn't win the national championship in 1999 is because Al Wilson was gone. And he was the leader of that defense. He was the leader of our team. And, man, I'm being honest with you. He was one of the best I ever seen as far as motivation, just skill. Man, that guy was a beast. He was something different. But Deion Grant played 12 years in the NFL. Sean Ellis played 13 years in the NFL. Dwayne Goodrich, a second-round draft pick. Darren Walker, second-round draft pick. Raynaud Thompson, second-round draft pick. Steve Johnson, fifth-round draft pick. Corey Terry, fourth-round draft pick. That year was something special. Now, I got a chance to play with a lot of great players while I was at UT. Of course, Peyton Manning and Leonard Little and Peerless Price, Joey Kent, those guys. It's a lot of names. Jamal Lewis, for one. Travis Henry, Travis Stevens. We were stacked, man. We had a run in recruiting from 94 through about 2001 that was top 5, top 10 almost every year. It was top 5 every year, I'd say. And it was something. We had 2 number 1 classes and 2 number 2 classes during that time period. So it was real.
Y'all was grabbing some of these boys from the Bayou because my boy Corey Gaines played.
Yeah, Corey Gaines, my big brother, man.
Yeah, I know Corey for a while. Played against Peyton.
Gaines was real.
Dude, played against Peyton. Only got to intercept him in high school and college. Travis Henry played at Catholic, which was a Warwick, and yeah, man, y'all came and infiltrated damn Baton Rouge, man. I hate y'all. Y'all came and just took all our ballers.
Man, back then Tennessee was good at recruiting basically nationwide because at that time, which has changed now, but at that time, Tennessee high school football wasn't that good. But that's changed because they got a lot of top players from out of Tennessee now.
Yeah,
a lot of top players from out of Tennessee now. Nashville area, Memphis, even Knoxville got some good guys coming out of there. T. Martin's son playing at Clemson over there, so they got some good talent out of there now. Randall Cobb.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Randall Cobb made the right choice.
Yes, he did.
Man, listen. I watched Randall Cobb. I may not have been the reason why he went to Kentucky, but I promise you this: I watched that kid play in a game. It was a playoff game. He played at Alcoa High School in Tennessee, and they were playing against CAK. One of my old teammates, Jarvis Rito, was one of the coaches. He said, "You got to come watch this kid play." I came to watch him play. I watched him score like 4 or 5 touchdowns. I couldn't believe my eyes. Now, I called Coach Fulmer, and I said, "Hey, man, y'all need to recruit this kid." They said, "Well, we recruiting him, but he wants to play quarterback." I said, "Coach, I don't care what he want to play. Y'all didn't recruit him." And as soon as I got on the phone with Coach Fulmer, I called Coach Sanders. Now, my Tennessee fans might not be happy with me about this, but I did. I said, "Coach Sanders, I ain't never seen a kid like this in high school. So this kid can play ball. He very impressive. He's the best player in the state of Tennessee right now." And I felt that way.
Damn.
Because I had seen a couple other guys play. And that next week he was in Randall Cobb's house. The next week they had already offered him a scholarship.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. Real, I appreciate that.
That kid was the best high school football player I had seen.
Dude, that's crazy. Because wasn't he only a 3-star or something? Like he wasn't highly recruited.
Because he didn't play a whole lot of great talent like the teams they played against. But y'all know when you see a football player,
you can see that move, you see athleticism.
He had it, bro. It was like he was not like the rest of the kids on the football field. He should have been on the field with them. He should have been in college already, man. He was that good. He was the best football player on the football field, and he had other Division I players that he was playing against.
And that's how it should be. If you're playing against less talent, you better dominate. If you dominate, that should show.
But that was the thing, though. It wasn't like he was playing against less talent. He had some talent on other teams that he was playing against, but top to bottom, those teams may not have been as good as teams in Alabama or Mississippi or Georgia or South Carolina. But they still had some good players on those teams. But he was so much better than everybody else. He had to be a Division I football player. You know what I mean? Like 3 stars. I didn't see 3 stars. I saw a kid that could play ball.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't like the star system.
Hell no. Hell no.
I hate the star system. The star system don't do nothing for me.
To me, this is what the star system is to me. It's basically a 5-star, and everybody else is basically the same. 4, 3, and 2, there ain't that much difference, really. If you really look at it, between a 4, 3, and a 2, they are really the same. It should be 5 and just star, because the 5 stars are them guys are unbelievable. And everybody else in the same damn group. What's the difference between if you get they got these numbers, you get an 89.8 and a 90? What's the difference between that's a 3 and a 4? Like, dude,
that's the same thing. But that's the thing. Like, when they say he was a 3-star athlete, I'm like, I don't seen a person who's considered a 3-star athlete, and I watched this kid play, and he wasn't that.
Right.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
He wasn't that. He was an athlete. He could run. He was fast. He was tough. He was the best player on the field, bro. Like, how do you not let him play whatever he want to play? I don't care what he want to play. Get him on campus and find out what all he can do. He was just that type of kid, and he was a good kid, really good guy.
Right.
I still know his dad to this day, man. Like, that's my dude. I watch every team he plays on just simply because he's on the team, because of the type of person he is. And I remember calling and saying, "Hey, man, y'all need to recruit this kid. This kid is good."
I'm surprised Fulmer just didn't try to get him in the facilities and then pull the wool over his eyes.
Man,
Oh yeah. Just lie to him.
but you know how it go. Like, when I was coming out of high school, Ray Gall kind of did the same thing with all the Georgia guys. They didn't offer me a scholarship the first year. I went to their football camp. I didn't get offered. Jamal Lewis went to their football camp and didn't get offered. I mean, so like, when you got somebody in your backyard, you assume that they're gonna be there. You got a chance.
Wow.
You got a chance to get them at the end. No, man, them the kids you might want to get first.
Right.
Because those kids are gonna help you recruit.
Facts.
Because they actually love the program. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They want to be there. And be honest with you, when I came out of high school, if he had offered me a scholarship, I would have never went to any other school. I went to Georgia. I'd have been a Bulldog for sure. Because that's what I grew up watching. I grew up loving, University of Georgia.
Right.
And when they didn't offer me a scholarship that year, they were no longer in the picture.
Ohio State for me.
LSU.
Two of these. Two of them.
Yeah. Yeah. LSU came late on me too, so I definitely feel you on that one.
Yeah. And
exactly what you're saying.
There was a guy by the name of Takeo Spikes, who we all know.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you're a football fan and you're watching this, you know exactly who we're talking about.
Yep.
I remember being in that same, I remember hearing him say, they didn't offer me until like this year. Like, how do you not offer Takeo Spikes this first time you see him play?
Wow.
He had a GA?
He was amazing.
He from GA?
Yeah, he from Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Him and listen, it was another linebacker by the name of Demetrio Stevens that went to his high school. He ended up going to Florida State. He hurt his knee while he was at Florida State. And he was just like Takeo. I mean, yeah. They had some good athletes up in there where he came from.
Oh yeah, Georgia's 1A or 1B as far as talent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's where it's at. Hey, I'm gonna keep it moving along. Keep it moving along. Like Jalen and dude. Okay. So you told me who the best player. Who was the best team you played against? As far as and this teams I done played against, which it might not have been like nationally the best team, but Mississippi State, man, they put them things on me every time. Every time. Like, I don't want to see them a day in my life. So who was the best team, and who was the player that night before the game, man, you couldn't get too much sleep about?
I'll be honest with you, the best team I ever played against was Nebraska.
Lawrence, you didn't play against Lawrence, then, was it?
So what?
It wasn't Lawrence and Tommy, then, was it?
No, I'm glad we didn't play against them. To be honest with you, I do not want to play against those boys ever. No. They had Armand Green, and they had Scott Frost the first time we played them.
Yeah.
And them boys weren't missing, man. I'd never in my life, if I could go back and be 18 again, that's the one team I'd never want to play. Those boys, but I will say this. Them beating us so bad in '97 in the Orange Bowl helped us win a national championship because we realized there was a whole nother level to this game, bro. Listen, every game we ever played, even playing against Florida, Georgia, in the SEC, our biggest battles were Florida, Georgia, Arkansas, Alabama, because Arkansas always came to play. Everybody know Arkansas hit you. They had Kenoy Kennedy, those boys, they hit you. But Nebraska physically whooped our butts. I mean, physically, from every aspect of the game, offensively, defensively. They won the front seven of our defense couldn't do nothing with them, and our offensive line could do nothing with their front seven. Like, it literally was the worst game I've ever been a part of. And after the game started, I had never been blocked on certain things like special teams, like punt teams. And kickoff. Man, listen, I always made at least one tackle on one special team. I didn't touch a returner, bro. There was a time on kickoff where I was on my back and the guy was laying on top of me. I'm sitting there to myself, this is not real football. What are they eating? I need to find out what they're eating so I can eat the same thing they eat. Because
they ain't got nothing else to do throughout the week. In Nebraska, it ain't nothing to do in Nebraska. They probably ain't doing it. That's why Mississippi State was like that. They ain't got nothing to do.
It ain't nothing to do down there.
Hey, and I went to Starkville on a recruiting visit. There ain't nothing to do.
Nothing.
That's why they right.
Nothing.
You say who kept me up at night though? I'll tell you, kept me up at night. Getting ready to play against Syracuse, Donovan McNabb kept me up at night.
Okay.
Really?
I don't think none of us could sleep before we played that boy. They listen, I'm being hands down the best player I played against in college. Him and let me say this again. Him as quarterback, best quarterback I played against in college. Now I had Peyton Manning on my squad. That's different. But playing
you also played against Tim Couch while you over with the bullshit, man.
Listen,
come on, man. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you do your thing. I'm
being real with you. I'm being real with you. Tim was good. I never played against a quarterback in college that was better than Donovan McNabb. He was a real deal.
See, they don't get it, Fred. See, they don't get it. Like when we play Eric Zaire, I'm not scared of Eric Zaire. He's gonna stay in the pocket. Yeah. He ain't gonna extend the play that long.
He's a sitting duck.
What?
He's a sitting duck.
Right. Donovan McNabb might make you look foolish in the open field as a DB. You don't want a quarterback that make you look foolish in the open field. He gonna run over you, or he gonna shake you out of your job, and then you gonna really look bad. So yeah, they don't get it. They don't get it.
Man, listen, that guy kept us up at night. Like literally coming up to the season, watching him play and his film and everything, and then getting in the game and play against him. Go look at his numbers in that 98 game. Like he was like 30 for 34 or something like that.
Damn.
For 300-some yards, 3 touchdowns. Man, listen, that dude was the real deal. He was the real deal.
He was big, man.
Yeah. Listen, a lot bigger than what people think. He's just a linebacker on the football field, man. Listen, that dude was big. He's been about 225 every bit.
You know who was bigger than I when I seen in person? You know who was bigger when I finally seen in person? Just walking by, like I think I don't know why the hell I've been walking by him. Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning is a big ass individual. I don't mean tall. I mean he's solid. That's a solid individual.
Hold on, man. Let me tell you something about Peyton. Peyton's 6'5".
Dude, every bit of it.
He about 220, but if he take that shirt off at the beach,
ain't nothing.
It ain't nothing though.
He got that Marshall Faulk.
I love him to death. Well, he slayed that field though.
He said that Marshall Faulk.
He got that Marshall Faulk. You right?
No. He ain't as bad as Marshall Faulk.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
No, I've seen both of that. I've seen he ain't as bad, dude. Marshall Faulk make you think. If you didn't see this, if you took his neck off, you think he's just a regular old dude. He looked like
somebody's uncle.
I had the same agent as Marshall. I signed with the same company. Rocky Arsenault and doggone it, Reggie Smith, those guys.
Yeah.
So I signed with them. And so I just go train with them in the South Sea. So I remember watching, man, he take off his shirt like a little boy. He's like, how is this dude an all-pro running back and he don't even lift no weights?
Hold on. This is a true story. I was in the Rams training camp when they traded for him. And everybody's go bananas, right? He come in the locker room practice during the offseason, and his back is to me. So he turns around, dude, and I almost like, what the is that? Dude, all of this was just soft. He was like an A cup. He had a gut. I'm like, you are all pro, Marshall. What are you doing? He ain't do no bench press. He ain't do, it was all leg work. But this right here, I'm like, dude, you need a sports bra.
Bro.
It's sad, man.
I couldn't believe what I saw working out with him. I was like, that's an all-pro running back?
Right. And Peyton Manning ain't that bad. Peyton Manning doesn't need a. Peyton Manning needs like a training bra.
He got a 16-year-old chest, man.
Yes, it's horrible.
Yeah, he never got past 16 on his chest. I mean, I'm just saying.
Hey,
but was he good? He was great.
Dude, I played him in high school twice, and dude, he did. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
you couldn't fool him.
When he was the coach, my dude was with the Broncos, and we was in Denver. And Peyton, it was a preseason game. It was a preseason game. I wasn't there. And Peyton Manning goes running out. He did a little thing. He trotting out of bounds. So my dude played corner from Twinsburg Heights, ran up on him. Peyton Manning, bam, just flipped it. I'm talking about knock my dude back. Man, we came to the hood. We was like, how the hell you let? But I had to tell him. I said, Peyton ain't no little dude. But by the same token, we running to the sideline, letting up on him, man. Peyton put him on his back, though.
I remember that play.
That's some bull, man.
Listen, that's bad. That's bad. You don't let Peyton trump you, man. Peyton is not a tough guy when it comes to running over somebody. No.
Yeah, but if they hit you, but if you hit them, then you in all types of trouble.
Right.
Oh yeah. Now listen, they gonna say the quarterbacks. They gonna say them. Now,
Speaking
I did used to hate going against y'all, man, and when y'all had couch, because you get that ball out fast. And y'all had some speedsters on the offense, boy.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Yee.
Craig Yeast.
Yee.
He kept us up sometime at night too. Before we played John. Oh yeah. Well, Craig Yeast can catch that thing and get loose.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to get him that little quick hitch. He'd catch that bad boy and jump back. And most people catching and going field. He catching and jump back, get some distance between y'all.
He was our best receiver his freshman year.
He was real. I like watching him play too.
He in and out of them cuts, boy.
And that offense y'all ran, it was built for him. You know what I mean? That offense was like built for him.
Yeah, man. Here we go. This we gonna say. It's gonna get a little hot in here, man. So, hey, if you need to turn the air up in the house, turn the air up in there. I don't want your peoples, man.
The ceiling fan on.
Hey, and we're in the locker, man. We're not with the and I know I ain't got to tell y'all this, Fred, but we ain't with the BS.
Nope.
If you had a game, if you had to win the game for your life, who you taking at quarterback? T or Peyton?
Ooh, good question. Ooh, that was a good.
Who you taking? Who you taking, T or Peyton?
Hey, Ed,
if I had to win the game for my
life, the bar too high.
Depends on who I'm playing against.
National championship game, man.
I'm gonna say, hey, hold on. I'm gonna say the same team you won the championship with in '98.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the '97 '97 team that Peyton didn't make it, and the '98 '99 that T didn't, is the same team. Who you taking? Your life depends on who you picking as your quarterback.
I'm taking T because I know what I got. We already got a championship with T. I'm gonna take T because the dynamic of that football team was a little different. It was about our team. It was about get the job done, do your job. Now, I love Peyton to death. When Peyton was our quarterback, I think our coaches didn't coach very well. And I'm being real when I say that. What?
If your life depended on it, Fred. Now, we ain't talking about you just playing if y'all lose is okay.
Because y'all defense was good in '98.
Depend on it.
I ain't sure of that '97 defense, so that's what we saying.
Won a championship. I was
with y'all defense,
and he was my quarterback.
With that '98 defense,
I'm gonna rock with T. Martin.
Wow.
Because I know we're going to win the championship because we already did.
Wow.
Now, I look at it. This is why I say that. When Peyton was on our squad, I don't feel like our coaches coached very well. I feel like because Peyton was such a coach on the field,
they were scared of him.
It wasn't scared of him. They just had so much confidence in him that sometimes he might not have got coached like he should have been. And I'm saying that from a standpoint of, man, back then we saw differences in, we knew Peyton was going to get the job done. And we had a lot we could put on him. But y'all know yourselves, hindsight 2020, at 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 years old, do you really want to just put the game in his hands without coaching him?
Didn't he throw that
I'm
pick to
saying.
Tony Jordan against Florida that cost y'all the championship run that year?
I don't know that. I don't know if that was all Peyton. I'm being honest, bro.
You think he broke off the route early?
Man, I look at it like this. When we played in 1998, that team right there, that's the best coaching job our staff ever done. They didn't coach like that in 97.
Okay.
But in 1998, they coached their asses off. Excuse my language, but I'm being real.
No, you can here. I wonder why you keep using all those little soft. The FCC ain't there. Man, all the words.
In 1998, they coached their asses off, man. They didn't coach, and I will tell any coach that, Coach Foreman, Coach Chavis, Coach Cutcliffe, all these big name guys. In 1998, they coached their asses off. They didn't coach like that in 97. They didn't. They didn't coach like that in 99.
Did they?
1998 was the best coaching job they ever did.
Did they have too much talent in 97? Because they had them receivers were. I'm glad I left in 96 because
they had a lot of. I think they had too much talent, didn't know what to do with it.
That's what I would do.
Keep in mind, and then you got Peyton Manning, who you know gonna be the first player picked in the draft. So you let him do his thing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And
that 97 team had Jamal Lewis, you had Peerless, you had Nash, you had Copeland, dude. And I played Copeland in 96, dude. And he was their best receiver in 96, and now he's their third best receiver in 97. So but y'all had too much talent on offense not to win the SEC East that year. I understand.
But that was, I feel like they did a better job of coaching in 98. That's just me hindsight 2020 looking. And man, I'm gonna be real with you. We knew we had a T. They didn't open up the offense for T until like maybe it was probably 7th, 8th game of the season, bro. So we knew how to win. We knew how to get, just give it our all. And when they let T do his thing, he did his thing. South Carolina, he went 24 for 25. He broke the record for consecutive passes in a row. And David Martin, I got to say that, but I hope you're watching. David Martin dropped the only pass that he missed. And, that was complete in that game. He was a freshman, though. I'll give you that, David Martin. David Martin went on to play several years in the NFL for the Green Bay Packers and Buffalo Bills, those type of things. But he dropped the pass in that game. It was a perfect game for T. But I love both my homeboys like to death. But I know I don't went to war with both of them. I don't went to war with T and one national championship. So I know what I got.
All right.
So my life depended on it. I'm going with the man who helped me win the national championship.
All I'm gonna say, Fred. All I'm gonna say
now,
is,
if you ask me which one of the best is the best quarterback, I'm gonna tell you Peyton Manning is the best quarterback.
That wasn't the question, but all I'm gonna say is T. Martin didn't complete 6% of his passes and then pass for 3,000 or 4,000 yards. I'm just saying.
I feel you, but guess what? We did not do also.
What's that?
We didn't win that championship.
Oh,
hey, because dude, I played against y'all several times. That defense y'all had in 98, and tragically, we had to play that game. We practiced one day that week, and I don't know if we'd have done much with y'all if we had practice. But that was after the Jason Watts car accident, and it happened that Sunday. So Monday we didn't pray. We had a meeting. Tuesday we did some. Wednesday we had a walkthrough. I think the funeral was on Thursday. And man, so I'm talking about I was just out there, man, like whatever, man. Like it was like it was blurry.
That was different, yeah.
But y'all defense was cold. We couldn't even get snaps off against y'all. Like we couldn't get snaps off against y'all after the prior year putting like 500 yards up on y'all.
Yeah,
man, it was a different attitude though. That's the whole point. Like that 97 team had way more talent than the 98 team.
Yes,
way more talent.
I would agree.
Because you got number one player picked in the draft in Peyton Manning,
right?
And you also got a number one receiver and number one. He went to the Broncos. Marcus Nash, number one pick.
Yes, Nash was a beast.
Went in the first round to Detroit Lions, and who was our other first round pick? We had another first round pick on that same team.
Of 97?
Of 97 team, yeah.
Did Pierce come out in 97 or 98?
You had Jonathan Brown. that went second round of defensive end. You had we lost 16 seniors of that 97 team.
Yeah.
So
Jonathan
nobody
Brown's
gave
with
us
y'all?
a chance to win anything in 98. Nobody did. We
I
came into
played-
the season ranked number 17. And
Oh, wow.
we were picked to be an 84 team. Listen, Coach Foreman himself said we are an 84 team at best. But what we didn't realize, what we kept trying to figure out was like, do y'all not see us out here practicing every day? Y'all obviously don't know we got some talent. We're gonna show you.
Yeah, you ain't best just tell me that.
Yeah, you can't just tell me we 84. No, you gotta show me.
Yeah.
You gotta prove it. It was, but you know, I felt like the reason why we won the championship in 1998, it was because we were so close. To this day, I talked to A. White yesterday. Who did I told y'all watch the game with?
Al, Leonard,
Jamal.
Jamal.
You talking to who's who?
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Whole
we
NFL
still all
lineup.
hang out like that.
That's a who's who.
We still hang out like that. So that's that camaraderie that we had, that chemistry we had in 1998 versus 1997. We had a great squad. Them 97 boys taught us how to win. Without them, we don't win. But they taught us how to win. They taught us how to play, taught us how to win. But the 98 team, nobody expected us to do anything. So you know how that when somebody give you disrespect, it brings you closer together. When we had Peyton, we were always expected to win the national championship.
Yes.
And we should have, be honest with you. Except for 95, we could not have beat Nebraska. I'm sorry. Nobody could.
I mean, y'all kept just losing to Florida. So y'all right there every year.
If
I gotta go watch
Florida,
that pass.
we to Nebraska. Period.
I gotta see why Tony George intercepted that pass. I gotta go see it, man. I gotta go see whose fault.
Man, it went right down the middle of the field on the seam route, and Marcus Nash cut his route off because he's about to get hit in the mouth.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sounds about right. That was the only other. That was the only other thing I was thinking.
I'm telling it like it is, bro. You got you got the alligator arms in that one. I know you did. I saw it.
Ooh, yeah, man.
He had the alligator arms on that one, but to his defense, Tony George would knock your head off.
He would have knocked him out.
That was the first person I ever seen from Ohio play at Florida. Like, I didn't even know Florida even recruited Ohio.
I didn't either.
Tony George from Dayton or somewhere like that.
I mean, they got so much talent in their state, you hardly ever see them. You know,
Right. That's why when I was looking, I was, who is this dude? Like, I didn't even know who he was before that. I didn't.
He had to go to a camp or something. I bet you went to did Tony run track or something, and he went to somewhere. He did something in Florida, and they noticed him.
You know what? It may have been just like every now and then they would get some guys out of the north. Every blue moon. Most of the time they were not skill position guys. Most of the time they were like
guys.
Defensive ends, stuff like that. They got they got Percy Harvin from like DC. So I mean, you know, every now and then they would get somebody outside of Florida, but not much. But Tony was one of the top players in Ohio, so they probably went after him because of that.
Right.
And Ohio y'all talent rich up there now.
Yeah.
I mean, Ohio is like the team in the north that should be in the south.
Right.
Seriously.
They the only one. They the only one they compete with. Yeah.
Football. Ohio should be in the south. When it comes
You're right.
We're moving on down from Ohio a little bit south, man. So we need to know. We got a bunch of UK people listening, and I got more responses from Tennessee people when we was talking about you was gonna be on here. But this thing we need to know. And be honest, man. You could cuss. You can use whatever adjectives and superlatives you want to use.
I can be candid. Okay.
Yeah. We're not governed by the FCC.
We're in the locker.
What's your thought, honestly? And then me involved. What's your thoughts when it comes to playing Kentucky in your 4 years?
I'm be real with you. Be honest. Back then, we looked at Kentucky and Vanderbilt and South Carolina the same. Like, it was a win. But the difference was y'all brought something that nobody else had in our SEC, even Florida. Y'all had a different offense. And I watched Hal Mundy from when he was at Valdosta State, because I'm from Georgia. I remember his offenses back then. It was more so about, can we shut down certain players? If we can do those, if we can shut down those certain players, we can win. And the players we were talking about were guys like Craig East, A. White, I can't remember the other receiver's name. Then you had, of course, your quarterback was Tim Couch. So if we can shut y'all down on the outside, y'all gonna get something going because y'all got an offense that's hard to, deal with. We can make some things happen. And I don't know if y'all can stop us on the run game. So we looked at it as an automatic win. And I'm not trying to be an asshole to them being real. Because we felt like talent-wise, up front, we could beat y'all.
So y'all just chalked it up.
Y'all know yourself. In the SEC, it's hard to win games if you can't run the ball.
Exactly.
It's hard to win games. If you can't change the line of scrimmage, you can't win the game. That's just how we looked at it. And we looked at y'all like, okay, they got a great passing offense, but they're not going to run the ball on us. They're not even going to call a run play. Can we get to the quarterback? All we did that whole week was think about how we can pass rush, how many times we can get out the blocks and redirect on screens, those type of things. So it made it to the point to where it wasn't about what our offense did. It was about what we did on defense that could stop y'all from scoring points. Y'all was going to score some points. You had a good offense.
Well, please tell me this, man. At least tell me this much. So I know y'all chalked it up as a win off the jump, but please tell me y'all didn't say like, hey, we're going to, like y'all didn't study our film. Like y'all was prepared. Hey, we're going to rest y'all for next week. So we going to play some.
Oh, no.
Y'all wasn't off of that level, was y'all?
No, because if you put somebody out that they couldn't play, they didn't know what was going on with your offense. Listen, our starters didn't really know your offense like that because y'all changed so much. All the stuff he ran, all the stuff Harold Mummy ran, you had to figure out how to slow the offense down. Not necessarily shut it down, because he had plays that he was going to get open regardless just because of what he was calling.
Right.
If you put a kid out there that did not know what they were going to do or did not know what you guys were doing or didn't know your defense, no. We needed all our starters on the field because you're going to lose something and he going to figure out, okay, Tad Golden is in the game for Deion Grant. We're going to go right at him. And he would do that. Hal Mummy knew how to go with mentos. He's a great offensive coordinator. He just wasn't good as a head coach.
We all know that.
Because you got to gel people together. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
He can put points on the board anyway. Our whole thought, what process was, how can we slow y'all down? Not shut you down, slow you down. But we just felt like with Peyton and Jamal on the other side, y'all won't be able to stop us on defense.
Not at all.
Like we can run the ball and slow the clock down.
Y'all, now that position, that group could have put in the backups.
Now, here's the thing.
They did against us my senior year. They third string running back scored twice against us.
Here's the difference. We all had this conversation, A-White. Here's the difference. When you play South Carolina, you outman them, period. And their coaches couldn't coach. When you play against Vanderbilt, they had a good defense, no offense.
Right.
We used to always say, if you put Hal Mummy and doggone and Woody together, you got the best offense and the best defense together. They win that championship easily. I don't know why they never coached together. They should have. But
we know why.
We knew on defense, y'all couldn't stop us on the run. Y'all couldn't stop us on the run. If we can run the ball against you, we can play action pass.
Oh, you said they couldn't stop you running, couldn't stop you on the pass either. we couldn't stop. We couldn't stop nothing. What you
because they ran against us.
Our process was always they can't stop our running game. So if you can't stop our running game, you obviously can't stop our pass because I'm just saying. All game.
I think Bryson hit us for about 200, and who's the other one you said? Because Jamal was out. Travis hit us for 200. And then, like he said, all they gonna do is hand it off them. They third string running back broke off like a 60-yarder against us. But the thing was, like he said, they handed off. Man, they matriculating down the field, or else they throwing a fade route. And that's the only thing. Like I said, T, my dude, when T came to coach here, man, that's an ultimate compliment. When I meet most of y'all dudes in the SEC, y'all are pretty cool. Like I be expecting, be some animosity and be like, man, F y'all.
Nah.
But I ain't never met nobody in the SEC outside of playing ball that really wasn't cool.
But here's the thing. If he was just y'all offensive coordinator and not your head coach, and I hate to say that about him, I didn't think he was a good hindsight 2020. Now, when we was in college, I didn't think he was a head coach, so I had respect for the head coach. Hindsight 2020, as an older person looking back at all this stuff, Hal Mumme was a great offensive coordinator. He was not a great he was not a great head coach. He would have been a great offensive coordinator, and you put a great defensive coordinator with him. Y'all had talent. Y'all had a lot of talent.
He had it, Fred.
I mean, like, think about it. Y'all had talent. Y'all had, look at McCree, played in the league for what, 8-9 years?
Yeah.
McCoy played in the NFL for what, 4-5 years? Like, you got a lot of guys that played in the NFL. We know y'all had talent. So it was never about disrespecting the talent. It was more so about our game plan versus y'all game plan. I felt like we were going to win.
He had a defensive coordinator on staff from the year before when we were ranked in the top 30 in the country.
Yeah.
And he let him, he said, I'll let you be DB coach. He was going to demote the old defensive coordinator
and put him as that was.
I didn't know that was even a conversation.
Yeah, no. He asked Coach Smith to be DB coach.
I didn't know that. I was wondering why Smith didn't stick around.
Let me say this so I can clear this up and be real. This is as candid as possible. Vanderbilt was an automatic win. They were the worst team in the SEC to us. We never looked at them and thought we were going to lose. We felt like we could put anybody in the game win against them. Seriously, dead serious. South Carolina, they couldn't beat us either. Now, Kentucky, on the other hand, is different because it's a rivalry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Vanderbilt's a rivalry, but they weren't winning against us. It didn't matter. Y'all weren't either, but your offensive play calling and the skill set you had with your quarterback and your receivers. Now, you can get beat. Bro, you can get beat like that. Vanderbilt wasn't going to beat us because they had a good offense. You got to make a whole lot of mistakes so their defense can beat you. Kentucky going to score some points. You got to figure out how to put some points on the board with them. Plain and simple. South Carolina was the same way as Vanderbilt does. Kentucky was different because y'all can put points on the board.
Yeah, I feel you.
I know Tennessee. I done visited Knoxville a couple times. I know Tennessee is a spot, whatever. I mean, and I don't know. I didn't give you the prefaces or nothing, but give me a story that people don't know. Something that happened in Knoxville.
Oh Lord, don't do that to me.
I mean, I'm saying it ain't got to be your worst story. I said something that some don't know. You got to give somebody a little juice, man. Give them a little OJ.
She said,
it could be as bad as you want it to be. I don't know who watched these shows until I look back like a week later, and I'll be like, damn, I didn't know my aunt was watching. And by the way, I'm a new granddad or great uncle, however you want to look at it.
Oh, really?
Listen, we had the locker, man, but sometimes, when you're in the locker room, you don't really. Some of that stuff is for the locker room.
No, that's why we brought this together.
Yeah,
that's why we brought this together.
Yeah,
something that happened in Knoxville.
It didn't have to happen in Knoxville. While you were playing in Knoxville, while you were a student / athlete, I don't know. I don't even know if you were ever a student. But / athlete. I don't know. I'm saying.
We don't know.
Maybe not during football season as much as I should, but I did go to school. I tell you, okay, it's a story I can tell. Leonard Little, if you know who that is.
Oh, you telling names?
He messed it up.
Go ahead.
He's one of the best defensive ends. Probably the meanest player I've ever played with in my life. Probably the meanest football player on the football field I've ever played with in my life. When I say when you across from Little, you need to be scared. Because that kid, man, he ain't playing. He ain't no bullshit. He gonna whoop your ass. He gonna whoop your ass. Hands down, he gonna make sure you know at the end of this game, I'll whoop your ass. Seriously. So one day, he was my next door neighbor in the dorm. And I used to go in there and mess. He used to always leave the door unlocked. I don't know why, but him and Antron Peoples, they left their door unlocked all the time. So I would go in there and just, mess with them. Relentlessly go in there and just throw water on them, do anything to wake them up, right? Everybody knew not to lock your door at night. Everybody knew that. I ran in there one morning, rather. And I had a bucket of water. And I'm about to douse Little. And literally, as soon as I opened the door and I'm getting ready to throw the water, he jumped out the bed. He was waiting on me. and I had to run from him. Man, listen. I ran to my room, and he was so close to me, I tried to slam the door behind me so he couldn't get me. He stuck his hand in the door, and I broke the tip of his finger.
Damn.
Oh,
So this is right before the season started. So we start the season, Little got a cast on his arm.
I remember that.
Dog, we played against Florida. He still had that cast on his hand.
Oh,
And it was several times he was back there at the quarterback and could not get the sack because he had a ball on his hand.
Oh, damn.
I might be the reason why we lost to Florida in 1996 and 1996 that was.
Damn.
The reason why we lost. And I carried it with me all the time. We laugh about it. I'm like, man, I wasn't trying to hurt my teammate. It just happened. You know what I'm saying? We just
Wow.
kids joking around. But I'm mad at myself to this day because I feel like if he didn't have that club in his hand, he might have had 3 or 4 sacks in that game.
Damn,
He
man.
might have had 3 or 4 sacks in that game. I blame myself for that one. That's my brother though. I saw him this weekend. We hung out this weekend to watch the game and everything. So
Damn.
But yeah, that's something that happened. But just being a kid,
That's
not
some good
knowing the
shit.
importance of we were just kids in a dorm. You know what I'm saying? Trying to have some fun and throw a bucket of water on him and wake him up in the middle of early morning. Shoot.
I was expecting another ending though. I didn't expect.
I know. I thought he
hurt.
hurt him. I thought he slammed him or something. Or
Right. He whooped your ass.
embarrassed him.
Hey, listen, he probably should have, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that was my boy. He knew I wasn't trying to do it. He knew I didn't try to do it. You know what I'm saying? But,
Wow.
yeah, I thought I was going home that weekend. I promise you. I thought they were gonna take, I thought I was going home for good.
Wow.
Hey, man. Speaking of which, since you being so truthful, did Peyton moon that girl or what?
Man, that's a different stuff. I'm not gonna bring that one up. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Smart man. That's smart. So you obviously went to one class. Common sense.
I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole. There's a thing called lawsuits that I'm not trying to stay away from.
Right.
Yeah, we don't want our brand. We don't want our brand being sued. So we're gonna keep moving.
Man, I'm not bringing that up. Hey, next subject, please.
So what's the craziest thing that's happened to you post college playing days because you were a volunteer?
Wow.
I know back in school, I'm sure plenty of people had you want to sign a breast or something like that. But I don't know. That's how the air raid was. Van might not even be aware of nothing like that. But we had to sign any part of flesh that was available.
Hey, White, listen, man. My mama is watching this, man. I can't tell them stories.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Sorry, Mama White. Sorry. Hey, no, I'm not saying no. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying no. It could be something. I was in Europe when I was playing in Europe. That's where I met Jonathan Brown. At he was on the Berlin Thunder with me, and I met a person that said, "You're the running back from Kentucky." I was like, "Oh yeah, they've been watching me because I was balling," and it was something that had something to do with horses or something, and it just just kind of odd.
Yeah, I feel you.
So that's why I was saying something like that. Give me something candid, man.
I got one story though that. So when I went to San Diego, I got there. This is about our fan base, how crazy they are. I got off the plane. I go to the, they take me up to.
We done lost him.
It's that Apple.
It might be.
Hold 1 second. I'm sorry. My phone went. I'm trying to.
You ain't charge your phone up. He was late and did charge his phone up before he come over here.
No. Somebody tried to call me. I apologize.
Oh Lord, I'm gonna put you in the waiting room till you get together. Man, this dude crazy, man. Man, the whole time I've been knowing this dude. It's been crazy, man. It's been wild. Like, shoot, man. Like you said, we was at the All-Star game, man. We running together. All them SEC dudes always flock together. So,
yeah,
he was always good people with me.
Yeah, that's all. No.
All right, yeah, I hear you.
Okay,
Are you playing?
I'm trying to get back on. That's somebody tried to call my phone. I'm trying to get my camera back on.
Do they not see that you on live with the national public?
I know, right?
He said with the national public.
I should be back in. Y'all see me?
No, we can't see you. And it might. I don't know if that's for the better or for the worse.
Oh Lord. Let me try to fix this.
All right.
Listen, I'm gonna go out and come back in.
I'm gonna put you back in the weight room till you're done.
All right.
I'm a great uncle, so I'm a great uncle or a grandfather, however you want to look at it, depending on what aspect or role in life you think I played in my niece's life. But so the young man is in the world. We got another little white coming along.
Hold on. And how old are you? You 50, 60? To be a great uncle? No.
Nah, she's 23. So I'm 20 years older than her.
No, I'm just saying.
I know what you're saying, but I'm saying I think about the same thing, but I'm 20 years older than her. Well, actually, yeah, she's 23. So you know,
so
she was
your sister's daughter has a baby.
Yeah, my sister's daughter has a baby.
Wow.
They've been worrying me all day about it. They've been.
Wow, you old, bro. You old, man.
If I ain't had a baby, how the hell am I old?
Because your sister's daughter had a baby. And
my sister could be 15 years older than me.
She's not, though.
You don't know that. My sister's 7 years older than me.
Right.
6.
Right.
I know.
But her daughter's in her 20s. Her daughter's like 15 with a baby. Her daughter's in her 20s with a baby. You old.
Nah, man.
You old, bro.
I'm a great uncle or a grandfather, however you want to look at it. My mom said great grandfather. I ain't no damn great grandfather. But mama, she must be over there sipping some of those
that's scissor.
What's those things called? The women drink Boone's Farm and Bartles and James. I feel it's Bartles and James. But man.
Wine cooler.
Yeah, man. Sure you got any questions? Oh, here he come back, man. I only got like 1 or 2 more questions for him. He wanted to talk about the game coming up this weekend too before we get off. So we might have to give him another 20 or 30 more minutes. But hold on, let me get him back in here.
Y'all see me?
Yeah, man.
Unfortunately, we can see you, man.
Yeah, somebody tried to call me, man. My bad. I apologize.
That's all right, man.
But so when I got to San Diego, and of course, I go do my physical and do all those things, and I get to the locker room. The lady was like, "Hey, you got mail." I'm looking at her like, "What? How I got some mail? I'm not even on the team yet, really. I just signed my contract, but I'm not really on the team yet." I had fan mail from Tennessee fans in San Diego.
Wow.
I couldn't believe that. I was sitting there thinking, out of all the rookies on the team, even the guy who they drafted in the second round, who was their first pick, I was the only guy on the team that had mail as a rookie. And I couldn't believe that. But that would tell it tells you how strong our fan base is. You know what I'm saying? That was real. That blew my mind. I never even thought that was, would be like that. And the guys that I met, Tom and Todd, those guys, from just sending me mail, I used to hang out with them. I used to go eat lunch with them, eat dinner with them, and just, watch UT games on Saturdays if we had a home game or whatever. I got a chance to live a college life with, fans out of Tennessee, out of San Diego, man. That was kind of cool. That's the craziest thing that ever happened to me because I never expected anything like that. You know what I mean? Think about it. I didn't even get drafted, bro. So how did I have some fan mail?
See, but you was cool like that, man. That's kind of how me and you linked up, man. Like I said, it was kind of like, man, you're a down-to-earth dude, man. Like I said, when you came back in Lexington, man, you hit me up, man. I ain't heard from you since we was down in Florida.
Yeah,
we talked. Man, I'm in town, man. Shoot, I swooped right through, sweep him up, man.
Yep.
They
took me to Wild Wing Cafe or something like that. What's it called? Buffalo Wild Wings. That's where we went. We went we went to a little spot. Went to a little club downtown behind the Rupp Arena. Yeah.
Went to a little small club in there, man. I had to try to get you on, man.
Hey, listen. He showed me all the spots to go to.
When I was
Right.
kid, man, we was out like 3 or 4 in the morning. I do Van the same way when Van come back in town. Van, he just be along for the ride. Van don't be enjoying it or nothing. Man, if you want to go, man, we go. Man, we in the damn VIP one day. He don't drink or nothing. So I'm like, man, I'm trying to live it up. And he just sitting there. I'm like, well, I don't know if I need to keep kicking it because he's sitting there, you know. But he just, you know, just, I mean, he ain't no problem. He ain't complaining. He ain't doing nothing. He conversing with people. It's
just chilling, man.
Man, you know, that's, you know, I'll tell you something that's crazy that happened too. That was, man. Well, I can't tell this story. I gotta. Hey, you know how I go, man. If somebody else involved in the story too, so I gotta make sure it's okay with me.
Hey, man. Hold on, though. Hold on. You ain't gonna tell the story. Tell us this, because I know we got a bunch of UK people listening, and this is not an indictment or anything on UK. But I done talked to you plenty of times, man. I know you invited me down to Neyland Stadium a few times. What is the atmosphere like when you go back to, as a former player to Tennessee football-wise, to see a game? You have any restrictions, any barriers? You get, and this is not, so don't people run back and say I'm complaining, because I've never tried to do it. Like, I don't try to do it, but I have heard rumors of other people. But like, how is reception when y'all go back?
It's different. I mean, it depends on who you are. For one, that does matter. The other thing is too, and people got to understand this. When you've had so many coaching changes, there's a lot that's different. But you look at, we have good situations for certain people. You know, I think I got some really good friends like Jamal and Leonard and Al. I get to tag along sometimes.
Right.
I did a lot of work for the university too, so that kind of helped me out as far as, you know, getting access to my own stuff. But it's more so you get treated like royalty when you go back. Now, it can always be better. I ain't gonna lie. We got a spot that we always tailgate at. All the guys come back to that one tailgate. We've been going to that tailgate for years. And anybody who's anybody always come to get that tailgate. Guys who played from way back to now, they all come to that tailgate. And we go to the sideline. We get to go to the sideline pregame before all this, you know, games and everything. Get a chance to do all the pregame stuff. The Letterman's Lounge, be on the sideline, see the players. And then, you know, if you with the right group, you might get a chance to have a sideline pass in the skybox seat. But just over the years, man, I've met so many people that's the norm for me now. You know what I'm saying? Like going to the sideline and get a chance to be in the skybox. And then also it helps that my coach is he's the athletic director. But like they treat us very well when we go back. They treat us like royalty, and it's amazing though. It's a great feeling. And I say that, and there's a lot of people who may not get that same treatment when they go back. And they look at other schools and say, man, they do it way better than we do. And to that regard, a lot of times they do. You know what I mean? Like, y'all, I look at it from the standpoint of, if you put the jersey on, if you ran out of that football field, on the practice field, or whatever, you gave it your all, they should open the floodgates for you. Yeah. That's just my thought process. Because I look at it from the standpoint of, I've never once said, oh, he was a walk-on. Oh, he was a 5-star recruit. Oh, he was a starting quarterback. Oh, he was on the bench. No. Every last one of them guys is my teammate.
Right.
Plain and simple. Right. So if you're going to do it for one, do it for all of them. Now, everybody does understand the dynamic is a little bit different. When you have what you pay, if you pay Manny, you're going to get treated like God anyway. I mean, I don't care where you go. He come from Kentucky, come watch the game. They're going to show him, right. Whatever. But, like, that's the one thing that I do understand. There is a hierarchy. Even when we played in the locker room, there was a hierarchy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's the same thing now. Do you treat them with respect? Absolutely. You always should treat them with respect. And you should never look at a player and say, well, you were a walk-on and you didn't do much for us. No. If they were a part of that football team, they get the same. They deserve the same type of respect, because we all men at the end of the day. So yeah, they do. They treat us very well. I mean, I cannot complain. I've been treated great going to football games in Tennessee.
So I guess, man, the only final thing we really got to discuss now.
Oh,
So we got all the yes, sir. Indeed, yes, indeed. What do you see as y'all advantages? What do you see? Where you think we can capitalize? And I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna let Van tell you where he think the advantages are. No, because you got to speak on Kentucky's behalf, man.
So I look at what we have on the offensive side of the ball right now, and the biggest asset we have on our football team at this very moment is our offensive line. The fact they played together for some years, we just got Cade Mays in, and him being there now. I'm not gonna lie to you. That first half of that Georgia game, we looked pretty good on offense, but Georgia's defense is something different. Georgia might have the best defense in the country right now, and I don't care who plays against them. That defense is real. They can rush the passer. The only thing they can't do, the thing that's gonna get them in trouble later on in the year, and you know this from being a DB, they can't cover very well on the outside. They cannot cover very well on the outside. Now, our best asset on offense is our offensive line. We can move the line of scrimmage. We can change the line of scrimmage. That's what the games are won most of the time in the SEC anyway. In the SEC, if you can't control the line of scrimmage, you can't win games. I think we can run the ball against you guys, which will in turn help us with play action pass. Now, the other side of the ball, defensively, we can't make any mistakes. And that can get you beat. We're not great at anything on defense. Do they play good together? Yes. When the first group is in together, they play really good. But when you start to take pieces away from that defense, like last game, we lost Johnson for the whole game, basically.
The whole game.
With that bonehead play. You can't do that. We needed him on the football field because once you go below it, once he leaves the game, there's a drop off. Now, can the kid behind him play? Yeah, but he's not of the caliber that Johnson is. You know what I'm saying?
He's a freshman too, right?
He's young. He's young. Yeah. And light in the ass. And you know yourself, when you light the ass man defense in, outside linebacker, bro, they coming at you. They gonna come at your ass. And you better be ready. Because this is SEC football. This is not high school. Freshman year teaches you a lot. And the one thing these guys did not get, they didn't get any preseason games like a UT Chattanooga or Tennessee Tech.
Right.
They went SEC football from the beginning.
Right.
This is real football from the jump. I see offensively us being able to run the ball, control the line of scrimmage, which will help us out with our play action pass game. And one receiver in particular, Palmer, he's good. The foul, play ball. Y'all gonna have some trouble with him. He's a real deal. Running game, I think we're pretty good with that. I think we'll be consistent with the running game against you guys. When it comes to the defensive side of the ball, we're not very good against the run up front at the moment.
Right.
We showed that against Georgia, which was scary to see. If you don't get those things fixed, you notice yourself defensively. If you can't get those things fixed week to week, it's going to be a long season for you. So that's the only thing I'm worried about right now is our defensive line getting pressure and being able to stop the run. And not so much stopping the run, but closing those holes and letting those linebackers be able to flow sideline to sideline. With that being said, I feel like it could be a close game for at least a half. Third quarter is going to determine what happens. Whoever scores first in the third quarter, if it's a close game at halftime, if you guys score first in the third quarter, the game will go all the way through the fourth quarter and be a tight game. If you don't score first in the third quarter and you go down by more than a touchdown, it's going to be a long night for you. But I see it as a close game, at least through three quarters. And I'm going to pull. I'm riding. I know I'm rocking. I know I'm rocking on. I know I'm waving that orange flag right now. So I'm going to say that the game will end up being about. I think both teams will put some points up. I think I'm looking at a score that's about 24-30 37.
Oh, hell no. Y'all ain't putting up 37 points. Y'all ain't putting up 37 points. Oh, God damn. Woo!
You know why I say 37? I was gonna say 31. You know why I say 37?
Why?
A late interception or a fumble recovery that'll get you some points at the end of the game. Something slow. Something like that. Trying to get back into the game, trying to get back and score to win, the touchdown to win or tie it up. I think it'll end up with an interception or something at the end of the game that's going to go for a touchdown or put you in position to score a touchdown and put you up by 14.
Wow.
Or 13. That's what I see. And that's what I'm hoping.
Now, I can see you guys winning, but it definitely ain't gonna be no 30s. But we are the same. We are the same team. Our defensive line a little better than what you think, but it's the same. We are the same team. I can't argue with anything you said about y'all because I agree. The only difference is I think our defensive line is stouter.
Yeah.
But I think your offensive line is just as good. So that's going to be a stalemate. And like you said, that's going to be a stalemate. Our offensive line is better than your defensive line. That's the advantage we have. That is the advantage we have. And we got to control the ball. And we got to hope Garantano has a Garantano game. If he has a Garantano game, unlike last year where he came in and put up an outstanding game, but if he turns the ball over, y'all in trouble. That's the name of the game every week. But I'm just saying, he has that. I'm waiting. He got to give us one game. He played outstanding last year. He can't be that again. He ain't that consistent. I'm just saying, he got to give us one.
I agree with you on that part where he has to be consistent. That's the one. He wears my number. And I got to respect. And I love him more because he's a good kid. And he play hard. He try his best. He showed some games where he had a game where it's like, oh, wow. That's the kid I want to see every week. But then he'll have a week where it's like, where did that come from? Who is this kid? And that always goes with inside. It coincides with one thing. If he's getting hit or not.
Yeah.
If he's
and I
getting
think we're gonna hit him.
If he's getting hit, the game is different for him. If he's not, if the offensive line can keep him upright, then he don't have bad games like that. You know what I'm saying? But if your defensive line can put pressure on our quarterback, it's gonna be a long game. And at that point I would say the game will be closer to like 17-20 or 21-4.
That's where I see.
You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
I'm putting a lot of trust into my offensive line, even though they just got their ass whooped against Georgia. I'm being honest. We got our ass.
No, they did.
That Georgia defense whooped our ass in front. They did.
Yeah, remember the 21 first half points. One was a fumble in end zone.
Yeah.
And the other two was long bombs out the turnover. So they didn't really do nothing the whole game against Georgia at all.
We had negative rushing yards, man. Negative.
Yeah.
Wow.
And to be honest with you, when we were playing against Georgia, and there were times I was like, man, where's Hal Munter when you need him? We need some passing play.
Hey, man, I usually rock Kentucky Blue. I always rock Kentucky Blue. Hey, this look familiar to you?
That's for the All-Star game.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy, man.
Okay, so listen. So your fans don't get upset. All right? So your Kentucky fans don't get upset with you. Let me explain where you got that from. Okay, so when you go to All-Star games, you always swap stuff out with people.
Yep.
So, man, hey, White, we know each other already. Who I'm swapping with?
Right.
Right.
I'm swapping with A. White. I got a lot of Kentucky stuff that he gave me.
Right.
I keep it. I wear it every now and then. If I'm going to work out, if I'm going to, going to the store, run real quick, I'm not going to be around my Tennessee fans when I wear it. But I remember where I got it from. I remember why I got it, because we had so much respect for each other. That's the only reason why you want to give it to him anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's that
Right.
locker room. I'm exchanging some stuff with you exchange stuff with me. And then you're going to rock it because that's your, you represent the SEC, you represent the person who gave it to you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's where he got that from. We had, I can't believe you still got it. Listen, all my stuff from back then too small. So, I know exactly where it is.
This joke was baggy, man. This joke must have been extra, man. It's bigger on me now than it was back in my
Live.
That joke is huge, man.
That was a different era, man. We were wearing baggy clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff was too big. White tees and everything, right? A Triple H white tee is supposed to wear a large.
Right.
Yeah, man. But man.
So let me say this. Real quick. When it comes to Tennessee and Kentucky, when it comes to football, it's always gonna be a rivalry. Will always be. I don't care who's winning. It's always gonna be a rivalry because we're a rivalry with y'all in everything. Think about it. As much as we beat y'all in football, y'all whooped ass in basketball for so long. That's our get back. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Give and take. It used to always be, well, we'll see y'all in basketball season. We're like, oh, yeah, we know we're not gonna win that. But I will say this: our basketball team has gotten better.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I love my basketball coach. He's a really good guy.
Yeah.
Good coach.
Yep.
Recruits well. But that I feel like when Tennessee and Kentucky is good, when they're both good in sports, basketball, that makes SEC basketball program, the whole league in SEC basketball better. When it comes to football, everybody knows this. You know this yourself. We can sit here and say, oh, I see it going 24-27 or 31. Man, listen. SEC football, you can get beat any week. I don't care who you play against. Yeah. Alabama can get beat by Kentucky. They can get beat by Vanderbilt. They can get beat by Georgia. Every team in the SEC can get beat by somebody.
Yes.
Which is why I don't see anyone going undefeated this year. Even though I look at Georgia as they're the best team in the SEC right now. Defensively, I think they're the best team in the country.
Yes.
Georgia's going to Georgia at some point. And y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Right.
I agree.
At some point, Georgia's going to Georgia. It might be against Kentucky. It might be against Florida. But Georgia's going to Georgia at some point. They do it every year.
You're right, because that offense is not very good. That offense is not very good. That defense is stellar, but that offense is a struggle.
The one thing they can do is run the ball.
Yeah, but it ain't like the old days, like Swift last year. It's a different running game. It's still good, but it ain't like that though.
Listen, best running back I ever played against in college, Robert Edwards.
You gonna put Robert Edwards over Fred Taylor?
Now, for I believe over Shea.
Yep, I think Fred Taylor number 2.
We must have faced Robert Edwards when he was hurt every time because
y'all must have. He got hurt against us. He got hurt against us 2 years in a row. But listen, the first time we played against Robert Edwards, in 1995, Robert Edwards had 195 yards.
Nah, he
put damn near. He put like 150 or 175 up on y'all.
When?
Yeah.
When?
Your senior year, I believe.
My senior
or
year?
Maybe your junior or senior year.
It wasn't
Robert Edwards.
My senior year, shut him down.
No, Robert Edwards balled out against y'all one year.
Robert Edwards didn't have. That must have been in '97 after I left.
Robert Edwards ain't older than you.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, no.
Well, I wonder if he did play. Maybe he did play in '97. That might have been it. It might have been '97, but I don't.
It had to be '90 because, dude, in '96 they ain't do nothing. In '95 we played them there, and the game was close.
It might have been '97. Then you might have already been gone then. Okay, you might have been gone then. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I know he averaged 200 yards on y'all in '97 where y'all were freaking Jeez, my damn high school team could have put up 105 on y'all. Oh shit.
Hey,
Man.
Fred, I gotta ask you this though.
Robert
For the
Evans
Kentucky people,
the best running back I played against. He was, and
I-
the thing is, we have some great running backs in the SEC. Great running backs.
ah,
Fred-
shucks,
Fred
man.
Taylor
You gonna make
Fields
me
right
blush, man. You gonna make me blush. Hey, no, but I'm just. Hey, no, but for real, this what I need to ask you because we got a lot of Kentucky fans, and this has been an ongoing commentary. Where do you rank Sean Alexander amongst SEC running backs? that you
Ooh,
played
good
against?
question. Oh, good question. Damn, baby, why you coming with the good ones tonight?
Okay, let me say this to you real quick, by the way. Sean Alexander would probably not speak to me if he saw me today.
Ooh.
Listen, man. Okay. Tennessee fans know this about me. Kentucky fans might not know this about me. Hey, Mike, you might remember this about me because I talked a lot of trash in every game we played. Even though we was cool, I always talked trash. Here's the thing I always did, man. I read Dennis Rodman's book back in the day. The one he was on the cover with the ball. He was naked.
Yeah.
I read that book, and it was talking about how he used to get in players' heads, right? So it gave me the idea. I said, man, you know what? I need to talk trash in every game. So I would practice talking trash. And if I knew somebody that went to school with you, I'm gonna get your girlfriend name, your mama name, your brother,
Oh.
sister name, everything, right?
Wow.
Listen, he had a girlfriend named Jennifer. I found out because my cousin went to Alabama. So every time we played them, I would talk about his girlfriend. I would call her name during the game. If I made a tackle against Sean Alexander, this is what I would say. Oh, Jennifer. Every time we played them. If I made a tackle, I'm laying on top of him. I say, oh, Jennifer. Oh, Jennifer.
Wow.
Oh man.
Yeah. And you took it to another level. I like it. I like it.
Like, literally, man, he did not like me. He didn't like me. He hated my guts. You hear me? Because every time we played him, I talked so much trash to Sean Alexander. I literally talked more trash to him than I talked to anybody because I knew it messed with him and bothered him.
Wow.
And, you know, he's a religious guy, so I would curse the whole game. Shit, motherfucker, ask anything. I would say whatever I needed to say to that boy to get him out his game. And he hated my guts. And the thing is, I had to follow him the whole game. He was my guy. And our defense, I was against a running back. That week we played against Alabama, that tight end wasn't going to do that anyway. So I got the backfield. I'm playing strong safety. Whenever I'm in man-to-man coverage, I got Sean Alexander. When I'm dropping his zone, I got Sean Alexander. So even when he wasn't catching the ball, I was talking trash to him, calling his girlfriend name.
Wow.
Tell him I was gonna sleep with his girlfriend. Everything. Like literally, I was in his head. So yeah. But was he a good football player? He was. But the only thing I thought about Sean Alexander that was a weakness, I didn't realize he was that small. He was a lot smaller.
I was small, so I can't call nobody small.
No, he might have been 205.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
205.
Yeah, nah, he wasn't that big.
That's stressing it, bro. Like, you know how you got a guy, he wore a lot of pads. He had elbow pads. He had pads on. And I remember
shoulder pads.
Man, I didn't realize he was that small. But
he wasn't big.
Behind the lineman pretty good to find his hole and bust through, that type of stuff. But when it came to the SEC, top running backs, it was so many of them.
Right.
Kevin Falk.
My number
I
one
forgot
guy,
about Paul. Rondell Mealy.
Number one guy is Robert Evans to me. Number two, Taylor. Number three, man, that's a tough battle. I think number three is between him and Deuce Staley.
I was about to say Deuce. I was gonna say Deuce.
Beast, dude.
Those are probably number three. Like, they tied for number three. I don't even know who number 5 is because everybody else is like. And I never got a chance to play against Kevin Falk. So Kevin Falk will be in us somewhere.
Oh, you never played against Falk.
Or Cecil. You ain't playing against Cecil Collins either, then.
Collins beast too.
Cecil Collins. No, we didn't play them either.
Yeah.
Who else?
We never played against LSU when I was in school.
Oh, really?
No, we didn't. No, we
Okay.
didn't. No, we never played against them. So those are the running backs that were the best running backs I remember playing against. Like Duke Staley, he'll break out 100 against you now, real easy. If you don't watch yourself. And Alabama, the only person I feared on the Alabama squad actually was Sean Alexander, which is why I, had to talk so much trash to him.
Right.
Like I said, I know he don't like
me. You're playing against John Avery?
Oh, hey.
That mug there, boy.
When you say Jets, you know the little smoke emoji? Every time he touched the ground, there was smoke coming up. That boy, he's fire.
John Avery can go.
That boy can run like the boy. Hey, he can run like the wind, man. That boy fast. Lord, that boy fast. Listen, he broke one against us. Man, he broke down the sideline, man. The guys were chasing him. They had ankles, and it was like, you're making yourself look bad.
Yeah, man, just go and give up, man. Let that go.
Right.
Let that go.
You're not gonna catch that dude. Nowhere close.
No,
no, sir.
But yeah, for Sean Alexander, I got respect for Sean Alexander because of the type of person he was. He was a hard working player. He ran hard. But I used to love going up against him because I knew he was that good. And I knew he didn't like me to talk trash to him the way I did. So it was always fun because I just wanted to make him squirm when I was talking trash to him. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not going to lie. I pulled out everything. I talked about his mom.
He said pull everything out.
Talked about his girlfriend. Talked about everything. And yeah, I know I probably wouldn't like me either. He never shook my hand out of no game we played. So,
hey, this is last. Hey, we gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna say this though, real quick. I done told everybody this that I know from Tennessee, and I probably told you this when I first met you, like personally hanging out. Man, when we played y'all in '99, and I only had 4 carries, but I had like 30 yards on 4 carries or something. Like we just really ran the ball like 30 times, and
the whole season y'all ran about 30 times.
No, we ran the ball 30 times against y'all because Dusty Bonner had like 20-something runs, and I think the rest of us had like another 9 mixed up. But, man, I got tackled by Raynoch Thompson, and I don't know what he did, man. Like, he stuck his finger in my throat or something, man. Like, he bruised my damn larynx or something, which I said bullshit because we are all, like, we supposed to look out for each other. We brothers, one. Like, now I could see if I was, asshole or something. But man, my shit was bruised for a long time, like several months. And I was like, why would you do that to somebody? Oh, you laughing at this shit. Okay. I see you see this shit funny, huh?
Let me say this.
Okay.
Hold on, let me say this.
All right. Tell him I got, hey, I got something waiting over here for him when I seen.
Let me say this. Y'all asked me a question when we first started doing the show. If my life depended on it, which quarterback I go with? If my life depended upon it, and I gotta go fight somebody, and I gotta live at the end of this thing, if I gotta walk through a dark alley with anybody in the world, give me Raynoch Thompson. I'm dead ass serious. He ain't scared of nothing.
Definitely said.
He one of the toughest dudes I've seen in my life. I watched this. Listen, we had an off week. He had double hernia surgery. And he was not supposed to play against Alabama my senior year. He's not supposed to play that game. He started.
Damn.
The coach is like, oh, yeah, you're going to play. But then when he got to the game, they told one of the trainers, we called the trainer's name was Chicken Hawk. Chicken Hawk took his helmet and hid, right? Raynoch getting ready to go out on the field. He can't find his helmet. He went to the side. He went to the trainers and said, listen, if y'all don't get my damn helmet, I'm going to start killing people on the sideline. I bet that motherfucker got his helmet.
Man.
And listen, the second player of the game, he in the game. And we all looking like we knew he wasn't going to play. We're like, what the hell he doing in the game? Get out. We about to call the timeout and everything. He said, I'm not coming out the game. I'm not. Raynoch had like 12 tackles that game and had a sack, calls, fumble. When I say he was in the huddle on one knee and couldn't was in pain. Winston in pain. As soon as
Damn.
we called a play, he would stand up, go to his spot, and will give you the business, man. Listen, I ain't never played with nobody like Raynaud. Al, tough the motherfucker. Leonard, same thing, bruh. Give me Raynaud time. If I'm going down the dog, y'all gotta fight somebody. I'm taking
Wow.
That's what I want. Then that.
Wow.
Raynaud.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, tell them I'll let bygones be bygones.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you leave that alone.
I'm being real. If I'm going down the dark alley and I gotta fight somebody, I'm taking him with me. Dead serious. I'm
Wow.
gonna let him start the fight. I'm not.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
And if you went to college with me, you know that I started all the fights. But if I was going to for my life, I'm gonna let him start that fight.
Oh man, that's crazy. Man, that's something else, man. That's something else.
Yeah.
But man, FW, man, good catch up with you,
Yeah,
man.
bro.
Man,
Yeah,
look,
man, you good peeps, man. You good
we
peeps.
can't just make this a when we play y'all thing, man. You gotta call me and get me on the show when y'all just talking some sports.
Nah, you got a free pass. Man.
Anytime, brother. Come on.
Anytime you want to.
I can't wait to come back.
You
If you watch us play bad,
you
if you watch us play bad, you should have called in last week when Lane Kiffin
yeah.
threw all over us. We couldn't cover nobody because all we got is Van's in sight. And Van is real headstrong. He don't want to hear nothing else. But if y'all both on the same page, I might be convinced.
all I do is call it how I see it.
All right, man. You gotta call it how you see it. That's the only way you do
How I
it.
see it.
Got to, man. But you know, the respect is always there for us. Like when it comes to the guys that play in our era, we always gave respect to each other. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
But
yeah.
here's the thing: in order for you to play at SEC football school, bro, you had to be good.
Yeah.
It ain't a locker room you can go into the SEC and there's some good players in there.
That's true.
Right.
Plain and simple.
That's true.
Right.
Some of us had the opportunity to play with some of the greatest players. Some of us had the opportunity to play with some of the greatest coaches. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But there's a difference.
That's true.
But yeah, that SEC love, when you lead the game, that's who you hang out with.
Right.
I hang out with Keon. We got a few other guys that live here in Atlanta that play in the SEC. You know, that's who you hang out with. You hang out. That's the guys that you always look at and say, "Hey."
Did you say
that's who I hang
Keon?
out- Huh?
He said Takio.
Oh, I thought you were talking about mine. All right, never mind.
Nah.
Yeah. Now listen, one of my homeboys, is one of y'all old teammates, man. Like I say, I'm gonna miss that dude.
Yeah.
And I used to hang out with him every time I saw him. Quentin
Oh
McCoy.
yeah.
That's my boy. I gotta throw one up for him, man. Cause hey man, I miss you, bro. Because you was always a good dude to me, and we always had a good time. And we were rivalries since we were ninth graders, man.
Wow.
So we had a rivalry from high school. I went to Griffin High School. He went to LaGrange High School, and where I come from, everybody know that's our rivalry. And got mad respect for his program. Got mad respect for him and his family and friends. And like I said, man, that was a good dude to me. I miss that dude already. Him missing him and losing him this year was tough. It was like, wow. When I heard that, I wasn't expecting that. You know?
I feel you.
I wasn't expecting that. And the other one, of course, A. White, that's A. White family, man. That's my dog. He already know. If I'm coming through Kentucky, he get the phone call.
Right.
Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Man, appreciate them words, man. I'm gonna get on that sideline at Neyland Stadium, man. Get some of that good treatment, man.
Yeah, right.
When you come hang out with your boy, man.
I'll be down there, man. Once this COVID thing kick, man,
Right,
I'm gonna catch you in ATL or I'm gonna catch you in Knoxville. One of them.
Man,
We gonna link up.
Just let me know when you coming.
Yes, indeed, man. Man, I appreciate you coming out, man. Like
Yes,
I said,
sir.
you gotta definitely got an open
wait.
invite.
Let me say this real quick. You stood me up last year.
What you mean? I stood you up at the party?
Basketball. We had a basketball game, Kentucky versus Tennessee, It was on the weekend. I was having a party that weekend in Knoxville.
Right.
I'm like, hey man, come on down. You was like, you called me and said, hey, I'm coming. I'm on my way. I ain't heard nothing else from you, man.
I might have said I'm gonna try. I ain't the type. I ain't the one of them. I'm not the. I'm on my way, dude, and I'm laying in bed. I ain't that dude. I might have said I'm gonna try to get down there. I might have said that.
You was coming.
Cut the show, A.Y. Cut the show. Cut the show.
I might have said I was coming. I might have said I was gonna try to get there. I dang sure didn't tell you I was on my way.
Listen, I tell you what it was. He didn't think I was better get some tickets for us. Don't worry about that. Just come.
Oh no! If it's Kentucky basketball,
if we don't go to the game, we'll watch it at a good place and have a good time anyway.
Oh, Kentucky basketball playing, we'll get a ticket. I get you a ticket, especially away from home.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this year. When Tennessee play against Kentucky at Rupp, I ain't never been to Rupp. I want to come this year.
Oh, we in there then, man. We in there like swimwear.
I want to come this year.
All right.
Oh, we in there then. We in there.
Wait a minute. If we actually allowed in the stadium.
That's true too.
I feel you.
Cause we only like a month away.
Yeah.
We ain't too far away.
Yeah, it's coming right around the corner.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, that's the one stadium I have not been in. I've been to Vanderbilt to watch us play down there. I've been to Arkansas to watch us play in Arkansas. I've been to Georgia to watch us play in Georgia, Auburn and Alabama. I've been to South Carolina. That's the only team I know what. I've been to Florida to watch them play in Florida. I've never been to Kentucky in Rupp Arena. That's why I want to be.
Because all those other tickets easy to get for some reason. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
I want to.
But you have seen games in the Summit Center though, so you know.
Yeah.
That's almost as legendary.
But Rupp Arena is still legendary, bro.
Oh yeah.
If you want to watch a basketball game, that's where you really want to go watch one. That there in Cameron Stadium, Duke, those are places where you really want to go watch games. I ain't never been to Kentucky Stadium to watch one. I want to go watch a game in Rupp. That's on my bucket list.
Oh, yeah. You
gotta know, man.
Come through, A.Y. You gotta come through.
Just let me know. Let me know when you're on your way, and I get us some seats. We in there.
If they allow people in the stands this year, I'm coming.
Okay, that's a deal. Then that's a bet.
Okay.
All right, man. All right, Fred, man. I appreciate
you
having you, man. Like I said, you got an open invite anytime, man. Just pop in the show, man. We can do it again.
All right, man. Listen, man. Thank you, guys. And look, great SEC sports around this place, man. We got what it takes to win every championship: basketball, baseball, football, soccer. If you got a soccer program, we good. This is SEC.
Yeah.
This is the best of the best, cream of the crop, baby. But I want to say this before I get out of here. We coming.
Okay.
Go Vols, baby.
All right.
All right, man. Just means more. All right, Van.
All right,
Fred, man. Catch y'all later, man.
All right,
Appreciate it.
man.